Okay, so hi, this is the Gay Life 101 Network. Okay, so I'm going to do my coming out story today. I'm going to talk about that, and then a few other things at the end. But here's my story. Okay, so about the age of maybe 10 or 11, I had weird thoughts that I thought I was gay, and I was like thinking it was weird. I was like, um, looking at guys differently, and I was thinking that they were attractive. So I kind of got scared and I just pushed it away. But like when I was like about 11, I kind of looked more into it and got into different things, talked to different people. I had a experience with one of my friends before, and that's when I knew I was gay. But I remember when I was about probably in the 10th grade. That's when I came out of the closet, or I should say, I was forced out of the closet. I was working at McDonald's at the time, and I was on this like chatting site. It was called uh, Boy Ahoy, and I was chatting my friend, and I was like, "Hey," and he messaged me back, and I was like, "Hey." So at the time, I was like confused because I didn't think he was bi or gay or anything, and I asked him what he was, like what his sexual preference was, and he was like, "I'm bi," and he was like, he asked me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm bi too." At the time, I still liked girls. I was still confused, but after that, he showed his sister these messages that I was gay and I had a crush on him. So his sister, with her big mouth, took uh, didn't take my feelings into consideration, and she told a bunch of my friends, and my friends approached me in history class and was like, "So, my friend told me that you were gay." I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not gay." Like I was denying it at the time, and I didn't want to, be truthful about it because I was still scared. But all my friends were like, "You're gay," and I was like, "No, I'm not." But I was sitting in my chair and I was so mad at the time. I was so mad. So I texted this guy and I kept on, I was like fighting with him and I was like, Why would you do that? What the heck?" Like all this stuff. And it took him a long time to admit that he told his sister about it. And I was like, "Why would you do that?" Like, I wasn't ready to come out of the closet. It was like really upsetting. And I just, uh. So after that, when I did come out of the closet, my friends knew before my parents did. But when I went home the one night, I remember I was in going into the 10th grade or the 11th grade, and I told my parents that I was gay. I went down late at night and I told my parents I was gay. It was like somewhere in August. I told them I was gay, and my mom and dad just sat there and they were just quiet. I was like, "Why aren't you guys saying anything?" And they were like, "We're just taking it in." And I was like, "Are you guys upset? Well, share your thoughts." So like, "We're just taking it in." Well, my dad was a little disappointed because I guess you know how like if every father wants to have a dad or something, or every father wants you to be a dad and have kids and would marry a girl and stuff. Well, I guess he was disappointed about that, which I could understand, but at the same time, I can't change who I am. So after that, my friend, there was a friend that moved to uh, at my high school. He wasn't really my friend, but I started talking to him. I thought he was attractive. He was straight though. And he started talking to me and it was just really interesting, and I started talking to him. And after that, it was just like chaos. He asked me who I had a crush on, and I told him who I had a crush on via text message. And it was really bad because after I told him that, he showed each and every single person those text messages, and they were all straight. So I go up to him and I was like, "Why did you do that? Like, you just really like that. I didn't want people knowing about that." He's like, "Well, people don't care." I was like, "Yes, they do." He's like, well, I don't care." I was like, "Okay, but does it give you the right to tell people this? Like, you didn't have to do that." So I've been mad at him. I was really mad at him for the longest time. And then in my 11th grade year, it was just total chaos. In my senior year, because I just recently graduated, this guy messaged me and said he was pretending to be gay. Like pretending, and he was saying all these things, these weird comments of like, "Oh, I want to do these things to you." And I was like, at the time I was stupid and really, really upset, and just like, oh, I believed him. And I was like, okay, and blah, blah, blah. Well, little did I know, he took a picture of me and my friend at KFC and said Andre on his first date. I was like, wait, I didn't know anything about it, and people were talking about it. I was like, wait, what? Well, my friend that was at KFC with me is straight. He's not gay. But I found this out, and I kept on telling him to stop, and he wouldn't stop. So I approached him in school, and I was like, you need to stop. So I got in a fight with him, and this kid's like, what? Oh my gosh, like 6'7", and I'm like 5'6", but anyway, I got upset and he didn't swing at me or anything. I swung at him. I didn't really get any good hits in, but that's beside the point. I was upset and I was defending myself because I don't like when people make fun of me for who I am. Now, it's different. I don't care what people say. They can make fun of me or anything, but I just let it go. I know that's really hard to do. For some of you, that is hard to do, and it's still hard for me to do. But that's my story. If you have any questions, you can comment at the bottom or you can message me. And if you have any things you want me to talk about, more details about the story, or more things that you want me to tell you about personally, you can message me. Just a word of advice or encouragement. Um, don't let anybody tell you that you're different from everybody else. You are the person that you were made to be. You're not supposed to let anybody tell you any different. You are a beautiful person. You are loved. And don't let anybody say that you're ugly. Don't let anybody say that you're not loved. Because every person is loved in their own way. Alright, thanks. This is the Gay Network. Gay Love. I'm sorry. This is Gay, the Gay Life 101. Thanks. Please subscribe and comment at the bottom. Thanks.